process. It is a part of the process, but it does not occupy any other memory. Then it is called a sub-process. In case suppose એક જ program છે, એમાં તમે એક function તમે બનાવ્યું છે compound interest, બીજું function આવ્યું છે simple interest. બે function independently work કરે. તમે choice 1 આપો તો compound interest, choice 2 આપો તો simple interest. તો આ બે અલગ-અલગ thread છે જે simultaneously work કરે છે in the same program. A thread is a single sequential flow of control within a program. Multi-threaded programs contain two or more threads that can run concurrently. એક કે એક કરતા વધારે thread concurrently run કરશે. And each thread defines a separate path of execution. દરેક thread એક અલગ path of execution determine કરે છે. For example, one thread is writing content on a file. At the same time, another thread is performing spell check. જેમાં આપણે અહીંયા વર્ડમાં કે પહેલામાં ટાઈપ કરતા જઈએ અને કોઈ એરર હોય તો ઓટોમેટિકલી સ્પેલ ચેક થઈ જાય છે, ઓટો ચેક આવી જાય છે. So writing work is also being done, spell check work is also being done. So it is part of the same process, but both the sub processes are working independently. In other words, a single program having multiple threads executing concurrently is known as multi-threaded programs. Today's computers are multitasking system. અત્યારની આપણી Windows system જે આપણે mostly work કરીએ છીએ, that is a multitasking system. Working on more than one task at the same time is known as multitasking. Windows, Unix, Linux all are multitasking system. And multi-threading is a form of multitasking. તમે એને subtask કહો કે તમે એને thread કહો. It means the same. There are two types of multitasking. One is process-based, which is known as multiprocessing. Another is thread-based, which is known as multi-threading. See the difference between process-based multitasking and a thread-based multitasking. It can be asked in exam. More thing, computer world book જે છે કોર્સ આવા આ 4th unit મેં જ લખેલું છે. So you can refer that. The same content I am showing here. I don't know about other units, એટલે હું તમને recommend નહીં કરું. જે મેં અહીંયા કરાવ્યું છે એ કરો. But 4th unit I have done. Multitasking system or based multitasking system. Here, the programs are considered as processes, and two or more processes or programs can run together. Process is considered as a heavyweight task. Heavyweight task એટલે it has its own address space. એ memory occupy કરે. તમે એક process ને save કરો તો system માં તો એ 5 MB, 15 MB એવી space occupy કરે છે. In context switching of CPU. What is context switching? એ આપણે operating system માં કરેલું છે. We are familiar with the word context switching. જે એક process માંથી બીજી process માં CPU switch over થાય. CPU is given to, from one process it is taken back and given to another process. That is known as context switching. From one process to another is costing some overheads. It takes time. Whereas thread-based multitasking, it is executing a program with more than one thread, each thread performing different tasks simultaneously. દરેક થ્રેડ અલગ-અલગ ટાસ્ક એક સાથે વર્કઆઉટ કરી શકે. Thread is considered as lightweight task because it shares the same address space. Threads છે કોઈ દિવસ અલગ space occupy ન કરે. It is the part of the process. It is the part of the task. એટલે અલગથી એની કોઈ address space ન હોય. So it is a lightweight process. In context switching of CPU occurs within the program. એક જ program કે એક જ process માં context switching થતું હોય. કેમ કે પહેલા તમે switch case program હોય તો 1 આપો તો compound interest હોય, 2 હોય તો simple interest હોય. So it is within the program. Hence it requires less overheads. Multi-threading allows gain access over idle time of CPU. Why do we use multi-threading? Multitasking system. અત્યારે કેમ multitasking system જ ચાલે છે? Why? Because CPU should never remain idle. બાકી બધું ગમે તે ચાલે, but CPU should be working at 100% utilization. Hence, CPU idle time is minimized using multi-threading. CPU નો idle time છે minimize થઈ જાય. Remember this, આ multi-threading નો જે ટોપિક છે એ આપણે ઓપરેટિંગ સિસ્ટમમાં થર્ડ સેમેસ્ટરમાં જે પ્રોસેસ આવ્યું હતું, પ્રોસેસ સ્ટેટ ડાયાગ્રામ એન્ડ ઓલ, ઘણું બધું એને મળતું આવે છે. Why? Because a thread is a part of a process only. થ્રેડની પણ લાઈફ સાયકલ હશે, થ્રેડના પણ ડિફરન્ટ સ્ટેટ્સ હશે. How multi-threading is achieved in Java? Java is a multi-threaded programming language. Every program in Java has at least one thread, that is main thread. હવે તમે જોયું હશે કે જ્યારે આપણે જાવાનો પ્રોગ્રામ જાવા સી થી રન કરીએ છીએ, કોઈ પણ એરર આવે છે, સપોઝ તમારા મેઇન જ હોય, સપોઝ પબ્લિક સ્ટેટિક વોઇડ મેઇન હોય અને કોઈ એરર આવે તો ઇમિડિયેટલી ઇન થ્રેડ મેઇનને પણ એ થ્રેડ કહે છે. And that is one thread which is continuously. When we run a Java program, the program code starts its execution from the main method. Therefore, the JVM creates a thread to start executing the code present in main method. This thread is called the main thread. A thread can die naturally or can be forced to die. જેમ થ્રેડ સ્ટાર્ટ થાય, એઝ આઈ ટોલ્ડ યુ કે જેમ પ્રોસેસની લાઈફ સાયકલ છે એવી રીતે થ્રેડની પણ લાઈફ સાયકલ છે. થ્રેડ ઇઝ ન્યૂ, it is born, it is created, then it comes into ready state. Ready માંથી running state માં છે. Running માંથી either it can go to a waiting state, to waiting માંથી again it will go back to a ready state, or from running state, if it completes its work, it terminates, it exits. If everything goes accordingly, right, smoothly. But thread can be, it can die naturally. It means it can terminate, it can finish naturally also, as well as it can be forced to die. When forcefully terminate. A thread dies naturally when it thread life cycle methods which we will see. A run method ne normally exit kare, then it is dying naturally. It finished, it terminates. But a thread can be killed or interrupted. Interrupt, याद करो आ वर्ड पण આપણે આવેલો છે operating system, by calling interrupt method. Java.lang.thread. Thread is the class which belongs to java.lang package. Java.lang package નો તે part છે. The thread class is available in java.lang package. By default, this package is implemented in every Java program. It is declared as public class thread extends object. Object is the supermost class of all the classes in Java. And it implements the runnable interface. Implements keyword ક્યારે use થાય? When do we use implements keyword? Answer me. Implements ક્યારે use થાય અને extends ક્યારે use થાય?
જ્યારે આપણે ઇન્ટરફેસ યુઝ કરીએ ત્યારે ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ યુઝ થાય.
Yes. અને extends ક્યારે use થાય?
જ્યારે આપણે ઇનહેરિટન્સ.
Yes, inheritance. When we inherit a class, at that time extends is used. Here what happens? Runnable is an inbuilt interface. A Java no inbuilt interface છે, which is implemented by the thread class. To create a thread, the thread is created in two different ways. One is thread class and another is using runnable interface. There are two ways. To create a thread using thread class, we create a class that extends java.lang.thread class. This is the run method available in the thread class. A thread begins its execution inside the run method by creating an object of new class. We can call start method to start the execution of a thread. Start method will invoke the run method on the thread object, and the constructors of the classes are three different constructors. One which does not take any argument. Second takes thread name as the argument. And third takes, we can specify the thread group and thread name. Three different constructors of thread class. Thread class defines many methods managing threads. Some of them are as follows. આ બધી built-in methods છે which we will be using in our programs. Start method starts a thread by calling its run method. This is the first method, thread.start. Then run method. આ મેથડમાં thread એનું execution start કરશે. Entry point of thread. See, all the methods are important. In exam, question can be asked, explain the different methods of thread class, or simply you are given name. Thread start method explain karo, run explain karo, sleep explain karo. We will be using these methods in our program. Sleep method. It takes a parameter of type long. MS is milliseconds. એ thread ને અમુક ટાઈમ માટે સ્લીપ મોડમાં મૂકી દે, સસ્પેન્ડ કરી દે એક્ઝિક્યુશન, પોઝ કરી દે. Get name. It returns the thread name. And set name. You can set the name of the thread. By default, the thread always running છે તમારા પ્રોગ્રામમાં. It is name. And name છે name. Join method. It waits for a thread to terminate. A process synchronization ની જેમ જ્યારે thread synchronization થાય એ વખતે join method use થાય. Is alive. It will check whether the thread is still running or not. It is a Boolean method which returns true or false. Interrupts. It will interrupt the thread. એનું જે current execution હોય એને વચ્ચેથી interrupt કરે. Yield method. Again a process synchronization method. The current executing thread is paused and allows other thread to execute. Multi-threading environment માં process કે thread નું synchronization હોવું બહુ જરૂરી છે. What is synchronization? That one by one a thread executes. તમને ભલે એવું લાગે કે બધી thread એક સાથે work કરે છે. But actually CPU can be given to any one process or one thread at a time. So synchronization is to be achieved in multi-threading programs. The synchronization achieve કરવા માટે join method, yield method, all these are the different methods. Set priority method will give a priority to thread. Priority is a number which you can assign to thread. And higher the priority, the thread will be executed first. Set priority and get priority returns the priority of the thread. And current thread method. તમે આ જોઈ શકો છો, current thread. It returns the reference to the currently executing thread. You can see here, in set priority method, S is small, P is capital. Get priority, P is small, P is capital. Current thread method, C is small, P is capital. Java program જે આખી ડિઝાઇન થઈ છે આવી જ રીતે થઈ છે. જ્યારે મેથડ નેમમાં બે વર્ડને કમ્બાઈન કરે ત્યારે ફર્સ્ટ વર્ડનો ફર્સ્ટ લેટર સ્મોલ હશે, સેકન્ડ વર્ડનો ફર્સ્ટ લેટર ઓલવેઝ ઇટ વિલ બી અ કેપિટલ લેટર. કમિંગ ટુ ધ મેઇન થ્રેડ. આની શોર્ટ નોટ પણ એક્ઝામમાં પૂછાઈ શકે છે. ધ મેઇન થ્રેડ. Every Java program has at least one thread. That is the main thread. When a Java program starts execution, the JVM creates the main thread and calls the main method. There are two main points to remember of main thread. First, the main thread spawns the other threads. These spawn threads are called the child threads. So the main thread will start all the other sub-threads. The main thread is always last to finish. બધી thread પૂરી થઈ જાય પછી main thread હંમેશા complete થાય. આવતીકાલે જ્યારે તમે આવશો, I will show you programs for the same. Please mute yourself, students. Just a The main thread is created automatically whenever program is started. જ્યારે program start થાય ત્યારે main thread create થઈ જાય. To control it, we must obtain a reference to it. This can be done by calling the method current thread. Current thread method ને જ્યારે call કરો ત્યારે એ reference મળે. This method returns a reference to the thread on which it is called. The default priority of the main thread is 5. By default, priority thread up from 1 to 10. You can give priority from 1 to 10. 5 is the normal priority. And for all the remaining user threads, priority will be inherited from the parent to child thread. Now see, this is one example. Program showing demo of current thread method, set name method, get name method of thread class. Class main thread, public static void means string args. We are creating object of thread class. Thread th is equal to thread dot current thread. And we are printing the object current thread plus th. Name of the current thread th dot get name method. th dot set name method. Now we are પહેલા તો આપણે retrieve કરીએ છીએ and then we are giving the name. We are setting the name of the thread as my thread. Again we are printing. Then thread after renaming, it will print th and name of the current thread is get name. So here you can see the output. The output is when we run the program. Current thread is main. Thread into bracket main, comma 5, main. 5 is the priority that is by default assigned to every thread. Name of the current thread is main. કારણ કે ત્યાં સુધી આપણે name set નથી કર્યું. Then thread after renaming, you can see here. Rename કર્યા પછી thread નું name change થઈ જશે to my thread. And name of the current thread is my thread. Yes, you can see this. You can run the same program. You will see the output will be the same. There are two ways of creating threads. Thread create करवाना બે different ways. As I told you earlier. One is using inheritance. That is by extending the thread class. And another is by implementing runnable interface. Runnable interface na use થી પણ તમે કરી શકો. There are two ways, extending thread class and extending runnable interface. We will take example of both. Creating threads by extending thread class. Threads can be created by extending java.lang.thread class. For that, we have to create a new class that extends thread class. Second, override the run method by writing a code required for the thread. And third, to create an instance of that class. The run method is executed by the thread after you call the start method. So we see the example here. Can you see this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Thread create કરવાની બે અલગ રીત છે. One is extending thread class. We are taking that first. So here we are creating a class, new thread, extends thread. Run method. Thread ને execute થવા માટે run method જોઈએ જ. So in any thread program, you have to use the run method. So public void run for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. આ પ્રોગ્રામમાં ખાલી એક for loop છે, which will print thread demo extending thread class. We are closing class new thread here. Then we are creating another class, class thread demo. And in that we have our main. In main, we are creating object of new thread class. New thread class no object create કર્યો. New thread A is equal to new thread. Thread th is equal to new thread A, comma my thread. This is the second constructor we are using of the thread class. જેમાં આપણે name અહીંયાથી આપી શકીએ છીએ. And th dot start. જ્યારે start method for execution જશે, it will immediately call the run method. Start method calls the run method of a class new thread. So with the start, a call is given to the run method. So you can see here the output of the program. It will simply print 5 times. If for loop માં આપણે મૂક્યું છે, એ વસ્તુ 5 times same thing will be printed, right? So we have created a thread with the help of thread class. Second way is of creating thread by using runnable interface. Student, our meeting puri thai jai, again join it. Right? Once the meeting ends, મારે થોડું વધારે લેવું છે, કારણ કે હવે આપણે alternate theory અને practical ચાલે છે, તો theory ના lectures ઓછા થઈ જશે. So even when this meeting ends, આપણે થોડું વધારે 15-20 મિનિટ વધારે continue કરશું. So join the meeting immediately, right? Creating threads by implementing runnable interface. So public interface runnable. The run method is basically similar method to the thread class, which is used to write code required for threads. This thread is declared public as public interface runnable. The interface to be implemented by any class whose instance is to be executed by thread. Implements keyword is used to implement the runnable interface. So we take one program of runnable interface. You can see here. In our program, we have taken extends keyword, class extends thread. Your class, my class implements runnable. Why we are using implements keyword? Because runnable is the interface. Again, in the run method, we are simply printing 5 times the thread demo using runnable. But now what we are doing here? thread T1 is equal to new thread, and we are directly calling my class, new my class here directly. अलगથી my class નો object create કરતા નથી. And T1 dot start. When start method is given a call, it will immediately return the control to the run method. And 5 times it will print thread demo using runnable. So two ways. કોઈ પણ any way is correct. જો exam પૂછ્યું હોય, કોઈ specific instruction ન આપી હોય, they use this method. Create 3 threads એવો પ્રોગ્રામ હોય. એમાં સ્પેસિફાઈ ન કર્યું હોય તો તમે કોઈ પણ રીત યુઝ કરી શકો. Either you can use a runnable interface or you can use the thread class. પણ જો ક્વેશ્ચનમાં ક્લિયરલી મેન્શન કર્યું હોય that create 3 different threads using thread class, તો thread class નો જ use કરવાનો. Create 3 different threads using runnable interface, તો runnable interface નો જ use કરવાનો. Now, one more example we are taking here. Program to demonstrate multi-threading. આપણે અત્યાર સુધી single thread use કરી છે. Now we will be demonstrating multi-threading. Program should create 2 threads. In this program, we have to create 2 threads. The first thread should find the sum of the first 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. એનો sum find કરવાનો. And the second thread should find the product of the first 5 numbers. Product એટલે multiplication. So we take the program. So here we are creating 2 threads. પહેલા આપણે summation માટેની thread લઈએ છીએ. So we give it a name sum thread. Class thread extends thread. We are taken a variable sum is equal to 0 and a run method માં sum of first 5 numbers. એટલે for I equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. And sum is equal to sum plus I. આ ક્લાસ પૂરો થયો. We will see execution. કાલે તમે આવો ત્યારે બધા જ પ્રોગ્રામનું એક્ઝિક્યુશન આપણે જોઈશું. Class multiplication thread. This class also extends thread class. કારણ કે કાંઈ સ્પેસિફાઈ કર્યું નથી whether it should be by extending thread class or by implementing runnable interface. તો આપણે કોઈ પણ મેથડનો યુઝ કરી શકીએ. In multiplication method, we have to find the product of first 5 numbers. So we are taking a variable mul equal to 1 and I again in the for loop. For I equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. Multiplication is equal to multiplication into I. We have created 2 classes, sum thread and mul thread. Now in the main program, જેનું નામ છે class multi thread demo. અને પ્રોગ્રામને સેવ આપણે કયા નેમથી કરવાનો? multi-thread demo because our main is in multi-thread demo class. We are creating object of some thread class and here it will be system.out.println. Creating object of some thread class. And similarly for multiplication thread also we are creating object of mul thread class. Giving it a name and and then with the help of the object we are calling that method. આપણે start method ને call કરીએ છીએ, right? What we have done in this program, પહેલા તો બે class બનાવ્યા, sum thread અને multiplication thread, and then in our main program we have created objects of both the classes, given a name with the help of the constructor, printing the name of the current thread, and then calling the start method. So the output program will be something like this. So you can see here, the name of the program is multi-thread demo. When we run, પહેલા તો એ બંને થ્રેડની priority print કરશે. It will print main and 5. Then it will start. બંને thread start થઈ છે. એટલે જો આ આઉટપુટ છે વેરી પણ થાય. તમારી પ્રોસેસર સ્પીડ પ્રમાણે, તમારી સિસ્ટમની સ્પીડ પ્રમાણે આ આઉટપુટમાં થોડા ચેન્જીસ આવે. સમ થ્રેડ પણ સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ, મલ્ટિપ્લિકેશન થ્રેડ પણ સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ. So for every iteration, it is printing the output. Sum equal to 1, sum equal to 3, sum equal to 6, right? It is printing. Similarly, for multiplication also, it is printing the output. આ આઉટપુટમાં થોડો ઘણો ચેન્જ આવી શકે. એક્ઝેક્ટલી સેમ તમારું ન આવે, કારણ કે બંને થ્રેડ કોન્કરન્ટલી સાયમલ્ટેનિયસલી વર્ક કરે છે. સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ, મીટિંગ ઇઝ અબાઉટ ટુ એન્ડ. પ્લીઝ જોઈન અગેન, રાઈટ? I'm stopping here. મીટિંગ હમણાં પૂરી થશે. ફરીવાર જોઈન કરી દેજો. આપણે થોડું આગળ કન્ટિન્યુ કરવાનું છે. 12:30 સુધી હું લઈશ. 12:30 તમારે સેકન્ડ લેક્ચર હશે.